Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pokemon Crystal, where we are playing Ecruteak City. This is turn 32, and we're having more biggish, goodish, I don't know, interesting turns. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, we have a whole lot of stuff. I'm just going to in through a lot of it. We have completed Construction 4, very good for us. Moving on to Conjuration 4. Got a Dark Knowledge, nothing. Auspex, nothing. Dark Knowledge, nothing. Twiceborn on Seaboy 1. Dark Knowledge, nothing. Got a Ghastly Champion. And, ooh, boy. we found 2 sites in Greenwoods. Now, the Well of Pestilence was pretty easily predicted. This is the province right next to Cyanwood City, the Death 3 province. That's a pretty easy pickup on that. But the crypt underneath is a big deal. So Well of Pestilence is 1 death gem per turn, increases death, and spreads diseases. It also boosts death ritual range by 2 provinces, which is probably not something that we're concerned with. However, the crypt underneath is a pretty big fucking deal because it is 3 death gems, so that's amazing, but it's also a conjuration bonus 20. So Conjuration being the main focus for something like Well of Misery is Conjuration, or Tartarian Gate is Conjuration. And now, in fairness, for something like Tartarian Gate, that would only mean that we're saving 2 death gems per turn, but when you get to the point to where you're doing Tartarian Gate every single turn, or even multiple times in a turn, 2 gems per cast can actually make a bit of a difference, honestly. So that's kind of a nice effect. So, very cool. It would also allow us to do Legions of Whites way more efficiently. And Whites are very powerful. We've seen that time and time again in other games. So, pretty cool. Alright. What else are we doing? Gotta go back to this one, so Well of Pestilence. Also keep in mind when we were talking about this last turn about doing all these Dark Knowledges, we were like, if we just find X amount, right? If we just found, and I think I was saying, if we just find like 5 or so death gems, that's gonna put us over 20, and that'll be really good. This is 4 right here. Nothing in Kevin. We Cloud Trapezed Gas Champ 1. And then we find in Histria a Battlefield. Okay, so that is another death gem. So we are already at 5. Very cool. Nothing in Lilidor, nothing in Second Forest. And in Dunes of Death, find a Litter Skull. Oh, shit. A Death Mage may enter to summon Solace, which this is not actually that big of a deal for us. In some games, this can be a huge deal. Because it gives you some free spawn, basically, for a mage turn. It allows you to summon Necromancers, which are Death 2. Again, not a big deal for us, but in some scenarios, that is crazy. But in every situation, what is crazy is 4 Death Gems per turn. So we have gone to +9 Death Gems in this turn. Litter Skull, Arcane Probing, and I think the Arcane Probing was, yeah, found nothing else. Alright, so we have a couple of battles. We have a battle in Erebon. So let's watch this real quick. So this is a decently sized battle, I think about 110 or so, versus a couple of Licky Tongues, which are actually dangerous for us because they have a Acid and Lick that are both magic. Nidorans, which are actually dangerous for us because they have a magical poison sting. Rhyhorns, which are dangerous because Trample don't give a fuck. And also because they have spears, right? So, and we have a iron vulnerability. And then Rapidash, who are kind of like Starmie riders for us. Right? The Starmie, I think they're actually like Starmie sisters, aren't they? So Rapidash brothers are almost just as bad, right? Because have they have a ranged magic attack, which will kill us if it hits. It's less of a chance of hitting, so that is kind of an upside. However, from a counter, in melee, they are way more dangerous. They have a spear, which is we are iron vulnerable to, and then they have a magic attack in Ember that will kill us as well. So let's see how we do. All right. So, seems like we do a decent job swarming the Licky Tongues. We are we were losing some people to the Nidorans, but we did end up routing them. So I think we ended up losing that group as well. But almost as soon as there's contact with the Rapidashes, we morale break. Which, again, I go back to that concept of ghosts morale breaking is a thing, I guess. But these Rapidashes are really quick, so they actually get a lot of kills on the backside of that battle. So we lose 64 units. We kill a good portion of what's going on there. We kill most of the Rhyhorn Chiefs and the Licky Tongues. We kill most of the Nidorans. But you can see it's almost entirely the Rapidashes. Though I will say a good half of these kills, I think, were on the backside of that fight during the rout. Rapidash brothers are really like I don't know what they promote into. I think this is actually a bug. Like it's almost impossible to hit that much experience on a unit. That's not like a super combatant or a thug, right? Just a base unit. But I would assume that this is not a positive promotion. We've seen in the past promotions where the unit turns into like a random unit or thing like that. I would assume this is not a good thing. So, anyways, that's really cool. It's fun to see the Rapidash brothers in action. I do still think that Ghastly's only having 10 morale is kind of ghosts in general having morale issues. I think is kind of a But yeah, they've got so many things going on. It's hard to really like talk about what things should be gotten rid of and what things should be kept. You know? IDK. I think giving Gengars fear is a nice addition. Some of this stuff is so miscellaneous though. Like it's all wrapped into the same thing. But Ghosts just feel really weird. They feel like they're way overtuned defensively, but then they have crappy everything. Like they have crappy hit points, they have crappy stats, they have crappy everything. They have all of these crazy buffs. I don't know, it's strange. Okay, so we lose in Erebon. Let's see how we do in Felicia with our second try here. We are up against far fewer Starmie riders this time around. We do still have a couple Starmies, which are still, honestly, they're more dangerous than the Starmie riders are. So we already rout the southern unit, but we do surround the rest of them, and death comes to the Starmies. We did lose 28 units in that fight against 6. Oof, so many. All right, unexpected event in Second Forest. Something's gone wrong in the arcane laboratory. Magical energies were released, shrinking one of your mages. Haha! The joke's on you. The schoolgirl is already a size 1. She can't be shrunk. We have foreseen a major event, a solar eclipse. Cool. We've just started to destroy the fort in Cyanwood City, so we've got moderately damaged there. And we're still actually not done with the Swamp of Solitude. We are critically damaged. Not there yet. Okay, that's annoying. That's definitely annoying. Okay, so what are we doing? We've got a couple of things that we are doing this turn. Continuing to siege in Swamp of Solitude, continuing to siege in Cyanwood City, and the majority of our forces are either gathering near Waywoods and Arcadis, or as you can see, we've got a pretty big exodus or pretty big journey of different groups up towards Cyanwood City, and that is because we have eyes on Sleepy Mountain, and there is indeed a fort here, but it is an Olivine City fort. So I have non-aggression pacts with Azalea City, and I have non-aggression pacts with Viridian City. I do not have a non-aggression pact with Olivine City. So I think Olivine City is going to be the target. Sleepy Mountains is going to be the conceptual 5th throne. We are going to put a whole lot of forces up here in the concept of capturing Cyanwood City, and we are going to try to capture Cyanwood City. But we are also putting a whole lot of forces up here to, after capturing Cyanwood City, to move to Sleepy Mountains and try to one-turn pop it. So, that's gonna be there's gonna be some challenge to that concept, and we're gonna have to figure out some of that. Now we did basically like waltz right up onto Pewter City, and we did talk about this last turn about the concept of going after Pewter, but I think that's a bad move for us. I think we should focus our efforts into this potential throne rush. Again, if we are smart about this, I think we could end the game by turn 40, 42, somewhere in there, maybe 45, which is pretty early for a throne rush. But we have to be smart about it, and the biggest obstacle is going to be over here in Sleepy Mountains. Most of what we're doing now is going to be focusing on building up forces in to be able to take Waywoods and Arcadis. Okay, and we're doing a lot of other random stuff. So let's go around and talk kind of about what we're doing. We kind of had we didn't have much money this turn because we did start building a fortified village here in Ba'an Kish. We are going to try to claim this throne this turn, get us a little bit of dominion spread, get us some increased research through magic, and get us some more astral pearls. That's going to be a pretty big deal for us. We are continuing to site search, though not as aggressively as we did last turn. Our death gems are up to 24 per month. That's pretty great. And as we move things around, we're gonna kill off a Sea Boy this turn. We're twice spawning a trainer boy, 2 junior trainer boys actually, and we're forging some stuff. So you're gonna notice we are doing reanimation. We're doing reanimation because I think we're gonna need reanimation. We're gonna need some chaff to help us take Arcadis and Waywoods, right? And we are cloud trapezing. We're basically gonna continue to, we're burning through death gems real quick, but we're going to continue to capture ghastly champions, so that we have one in every location. Basically, we're cloud trapezing Gas Champ 2 over to Swamp of Solitude. We are forging some interesting stuff. We're forging a choice scarf and a choice band. So what are these? And I actually looked at these previously, and I kind of dismissed them, and honestly, I still don't think they're great items, but I think we're gonna use them to try to cheese, basically. So, choice scarf and choice band. So we have the TMs, which are head slots, right? And then we have choice scarves and choice bands, which are miscellaneous slots. You can only wear one each, but a choice band is -1 death magic, right? +6 strength and +12 siege strength. Okay. And then a choice scarf is -1 death magic, +6 defense skill, and more importantly, +9 map move. So we probably aren't going to do very many of these choice scarves. Maybe, I don't know. The thing being is, what we're looking to do is we're looking to equip all of these, maybe not all of them, but some of these ghastly champions, right, with these choice bands and choice scarves. And if we only have like 6 or 7 of them equipped, that 6 or 7 is going to be able to contribute a lot of siege strength. And again, that the goal being to be able to suddenly pop Sleepy Mountains in a single turn. So the goal would be to do something like pop up onto Sleepy Mountains, and then in that turn, immediately pop the fort and take the fort on the following turn, claim the throne on the turn after that. So only allowing 2 turns of response, basically, right? Because the entire army is going to be stealthy, right? Because these guys are still stealthy. They shouldn't see us coming, in theory. And the hope there is we pop there. They're going to have 2 turns to respond to us. On that next turn, when we what's the word? Siege, or when we storm the castle, rather, we hit in Arcadas and we hit in Waywoods. And then on the following turn, we claim. We go from having the game plan being we go from having 1 throne claimed to having all the thrones necessary for a win claimed. So that's the general game plan. Do not know if that is going to be possible at all, actually. Frost. All right. Is there anything else that's really going on this turn? Not really, per se. We're moving medium 5 over to Lilidor to be able to grab or throw down a temple here. And that's pretty much it. Normal movement, gathering up all of our troops, etc., etc. Really interested to see what happens with Seaboy 1. Oh, we are actually training ghosts now. Granted, we're only doing it in a basic Pokemon kindergarten. I would like to. I would like to build the next variant, right? Like, what? It's a school, so it's 4. I think it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 4, 6, 8, 10. I think. So I would be interested in building a school, but I don't know. It's with the death gems that I'm spending right now. It's probably not a great idea. And it's probably not going to return much to us. Although I guess if we could get an army of hunters over the course of the next like 10 turns to help in Arcadas / Waywoods, that would probably be a good plan. In fairness, that's actually probably a good plan. So maybe I make that a priority next turn. Move some J-Boys around. Because I'm probably not going to need to Actually, I say I'm probably not going to need to. I'm done dark knowledging after this turn, I believe. So we're hoping to grab another 2 or 3 sites, not big sites, just to push us up to like 25, 26, something like that would be cool. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we've got lucky enough and kind of hit where we're going to be, but we'll see. All right, anyways, I think that is going to be the end of this turn. I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.